Now I feel like I can strike forever. So I'm just gonna keep going until I don't strike. How about that? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We have another Throwback Thursday video. This time we're gonna be reviewing the Revolt Havoc. So the Revolt Havoc is about 4 or 5 years old, maybe 6. I'm actually not 100% sure how old it is. I just know that it is old. And I haven't thrown one in years. This was like the first big symmetric solid ball that I ever had. Because it is a Revolt, it does have the Vanquish core, which has a RG of 2.47 and a max differential of 0.056, which is really, really high. And then wrapped around that core is the Helix high friction solid cover stock that comes out of box at a 3000 grit sanded finish. If you guys like this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date every time I drop a new video. And then down below in the description, I have a link to my Patreon, and I invite each and every one of you to come out and join. I'm gonna take you guys out on the lanes now for this Throwback Thursday edition featuring the Revolt Havoc. So this is gonna be the first shot here reviewing the Revolt Havoc. I can't even believe I'm saying that in the year 2021. When this ball first came out, at the time, it was the strongest ball I had ever thrown in my brief bowling life. Fast forward to now in 2021, something like this Revolt Havoc wouldn't be the strongest ball ever. There's so many stronger balls that we have in our line today. So it'll be interesting to see how this stacks up, because my last memory of the Havoc was that it was that big, strong, smooth rolling ball. So very interesting. And then in this video, we're gonna do it a little bit differently. Normally I show you a bunch of shots from the same spot, then I get into a versatility test. I'm actually gonna try to change it up, and I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you like this format, because if you do, maybe we'll just go like this going forward. So I'm gonna start way right and then progressively get all the way left, just slowly, so that way I'm not just showing a bunch of shots from the same spot. So this first shot here, I'm gonna go to 15 and play really, really straight. And like I said, just progressively creep left until the end of the video. So I'm standing at 15 and just trying to play really, really straight to see how this looks. So from a little straighter, that was probably not the best shot to start the video, but I'm just gonna creep a little bit left. I think I need to be on the other side of the friction. That first shot from, standing at 15, I was definitely on the right side of the friction, so the ball wasn't really gonna come around. So we're gonna throw one more shot from a little bit further left and see if that looks a little bit better. So from 15, I'm probably gonna get to like 20 at my feet to start and belly it a little bit, and I think that should be pretty good. All right. So we're gonna get to 20 and just belly it a little bit, not a whole lot. Okay, so the ball shaped a lot more than it did in the first spot. Now I'm really starting to see the strength of that ball, and I think as I get a little bit further left, it's gonna start looking better and better. I mean, hopefully, because so far 0 for 2 is pretty bad. Okay, so I definitely think we're getting there. The right idea, meaning bellying it a little bit more. So from 20, I'm gonna go to 22 and see if that's enough right there. All right, let's go to 22. Little Throwback Thursday ball review here. All right, that looked really, really good. That ball went through the pins like a freight train. I was very impressed. So from 22, they caught enough oil in the middle part of the lane and went through the pins. Now the interesting thing, maybe going forward, is how this ball is gonna look once I get a little bit further left and start creating that shape. Because from what I'm seeing 3 shots in, it's not that big, strong, chuggy ball that it was 4 or 5 years ago. So, and again, not again, but this is not a brand new Revolt Havoc. This was a used one that used to belong to a fellow staffer, Toby, who sadly is moving to Florida. But thanks for the ball, Toby, I appreciate it. So that shot from 22 looked good. I'm gonna keep creeping left. I'm gonna go to 25. Now remember, that's where I start, guys. I drift a little bit to the right. So again, don't roast me in the comments. I'm not a robot. So from 22, we're gonna go to 25 and see if this ball still has the guts to get around. So from 25, I thought that was a really good shot, but I did leave a mega flat 10 pin. That's telling me that this ball, I can't imagine it's gonna look very good once I start moving left unless I keep my angles really, really tight, because I really like that shot coming off that perfect strike, and then I flat 10'd. That last shot made me a little sad because I really liked it off my hand only to leave a flat 10. So from 25, we're gonna go to 27. And like I said, I'm gonna keep it a little bit tighter to see if maybe that'll help get it to go through the pins. Hopefully the cover's strong enough to go through this oil. Oh my God, that breaks my heart. So that was from 27. I kept it a little bit tighter. It got to the pins, left a flat 10. Now, I typically don't throw a lot of these older balls, especially when it comes for score. I'm a firm believer that the newer technology, newer doesn't always mean better, but the new technology is just so much better than the old technology. And you're kind of seeing it here. It didn't look all that great from straight. Then I found like that really nice sweet spot. And then 2 shots in a row that I've labeled off my hand and flat 10 both times. So I'm gonna keep chasing it left, and hopefully I can throw a little bit more strikes. And if not, I'll move back right a little bit just to show you a couple more shots from that sweet zone. All right, so from 27, I'm gonna go to 30. And actually on this shot, I'm gonna move up on the approach a little bit just to try to bring my ball speed down. And hopefully that'll be enough to trick it enough, maybe, to actually go through the pins and carry out that 10 pin. So we'll see. So far what I'm seeing is that when it's good, it's really good. But when it's not, it's not. So I'm gonna move up on the approach more than normal and really try to slow hook it a little bit. Hopefully kick out that 10 pin. So then I think I have the right idea now. I slow hooked it and it actually hooked the most it's hooked so far. So now I'm gonna keep chasing it left, and I'm gonna, now I have the confidence that I can project it right a little bit with that slower ball speed, really trying to be forward to make sure that the ball will read the friction and go through the pins. All right, so from 30, gonna go to 33, and same idea, a little bit slower, but this time I'm gonna trust it a little bit more to the right. All right, here we go. Not my favorite thing to do is slow hooking it from here, but we got to get better, and the time calls for it right now. Oh my God. So that one I wrapped a 10 pin, and I thought I labeled that. So now we're gonna go to 35, and then from there we're gonna go back to like that 20-21 range, because that's where the ball looked really, really good. So now we're gonna get to 35, and hopefully, I hope and pray that this will be enough, or hopefully that the ball will just strike. At this point, I don't even care how I strike. I just wanna throw some strikes. So 35, again, a little bit slower, a little bit of slow roll, just trying to kick the 10 out. Super lucky shot. I definitely drifted a little bit right. I'm not perfect, but the ball read and went through the pins. So now from 35, I'm gonna go back to that spot at 20, and that's where it looked really, really good. So I know I said I was gonna go from 35 right to 20, but I'm actually gonna start creeping back right now that I think I know what to do to make the ball strike. So from 35, I'm gonna go to like 27-ish. And again, try to be a little bit softer, and hopefully that's enough to make it go through the pins, because if I can strike from 35, I can strike from 27. Hopefully. Six chopped to 10. So I think what I'm seeing is that I needed to be a little bit softer with my hand and not trying to rip through the bottom of the ball, because now it actually looks pretty good. So from 27, I'm gonna go to like 23 and have that same kind of idea. So I'm definitely not gonna get rid of this ball. I still think this ball will have some use. I'm thinking like on the shorter patterns, where it's not gonna like over jump, but it's not gonna, like, it's also not gonna hook a ton, where I just need like a really early control piece, is where I think this will look pretty good. So now we're gonna go to 23, and hopefully it should be smooth sailing from here. Wow, I mean, it's crazy how all I had to do was get a little bit softer with my hand, and all of a sudden the strikes are raining in. Maybe I was just due, but now I really like what I'm seeing. So now from 23, I'm gonna go to like 21. And again, same idea, be a little bit softer, get it up the lane, and it's looking really, really good right now. Just trying to be as forward as possible for me. That was probably as straight up the lane as I've thrown a shot in a really long time, and it looks really, really good. So now from 21, I'm gonna go to 19, and this is where I think I might start being on the other side of the friction, where I don't think it'll come around the corner, but we'll see if I can keep the streak going. So 4 strikes in a row, but more importantly than the 4 strikes in a row is 4 good shots in a row. So I'm trying to parlay that into a 5th consecutive, well-executed shot. And if it strikes, but I'm just trying to execute shots so that you guys can see what this ball looks like. Because again, I've said it before, I'm not a robot, I'm just a guy. So we're gonna go to 19, and hopefully I won't be on the wrong side of the friction. Okay, so, I mean, I really wish that I would just restart this entire video with the information that I have now, because the first shot I threw from 15 looked pretty terrible, and then when I moved left, it still didn't look all that good. But once I got my hand soft, up the back, doing the right thing, all of a sudden I can strike at will with this ball. So now I'm actually gonna move back left and see if I can continue to make it look good. Show you guys maybe 1 or 2 more shots from like 30-ish, and then we'll call it a wrap. So like I said, those are 6 extremely well executed shots. Hopefully I'll make it a 7th one in a row. I was at 19 that last shot, or 18, and I'm gonna move all the way to 30 and see if I can continue to make good shots. The game plan for this shot is exactly the same. I'm trying to draw that picture in my head where I'm gonna be nice and soft at the bottom, nice and forward, and let the ball do its thing. The lanes are easy enough as it is. I don't need to do anything to like ruin that. You know what I mean? So, okay, here we go. Number 67 is ready. There we go. All right. Yeah, oh my God. Now I feel like I can strike forever. Remember those shots. I'm telling myself, remember those shots, because those are really, really well executed shots. So I'm just gonna keep going until I don't strike. How about that? All right, so that last shot was from 30. Let's move right a couple boards. Let's go to 28. And I think the important thing to take away from this video is that you can play multiple parts of the lanes on a house shot. The biggest thing is execution, because that's the biggest difference between the first half of this video and the second half of the video, is that I'm executing way better than I was at the beginning. So 28, game plan is the same. The picture is the same. I mean, let's keep it going. That's 8 in a row. Let's see if I can get to 12. That would be the goal. Pretty nice if I can show you guys a little 12 bagger. So let's keep it going. All right, so now we got 8 in a row. Trying to make it 9. And I'm gonna go to like 29 this time. And the balls it keeps looking better. Let's see if I can go another couple more. All right, so here we go. I basically have the front 9, getting into the 10th frame, trying to shoot bills. Not really, but you guys know what I mean. Game plan is the same. Nice soft hand, 9 in a row, trying to make it 10. Okay. So I have a really good buddy of mine that I used to work with. His name is Joseph Brown. And he always said that if you have a string going and you get that one lucky one, you gotta finish it off. So now I got 10 in a row, 2 more for a 12 bagger. So now I got the front 10 technically. So you know what I mean. So now 2 more shots, hopefully, and hopefully I can finish this off. Again, same game plan, nothing changes. Trip out the 5 and the 7. I got 11 in a row. This next shot here will be the last shot no matter what. It's either going to be finish off on a 12 bagger or not. Either way, last shot of the video coming up. So 3 or 4 shots into me throwing this ball, if you would have told me I would have had 11 in a row, I would have said absolutely zero chance. But here we are. I'm executing really good shots. The last 2 shots weren't my best. They probably should not have struck. So this is gonna be for a 12 bagger. I think that'll be my first 12 bagger on camera, because not even in my live streams have I done that. So let's see. See if I can fight the nerves here. All right, here we go. I can already see the comments saying it's rigged. All right, here we go for a 12 bagger. Oh, that was terrible. So if that was a game, I would have shot 297, and I definitely yanked left, wasn't soft. That was until next time. Let me know down below in the comments how you thought this ball matched up on today's environments. Click right here to watch one of my other videos. Click right here to subscribe. Till next time.